Hello people, hello, it's 11 o'clock here on a Saturday morning, the 19th of June 2021, and I'm up here at the Fairways Hotel in Dundalk. I'm just after getting my second vaccination and having a cup of tea here and a chicken salad sandwich. Anyway, I'm going to take a 45-minute trip to the Miracle Well. Yes, you heard me correctly, the Miracle Well. So I'll explain the whole thing when I get there, so you're all welcome to come along for the spin. So I'll see you all there. Right, hello, I'm just after arriving here now at the Miracle Well. So I'm going to go in now and show you the well, but first of all I'll just tell you a little story about the Miracle Well. Right, so it's supposed to have healing properties in the water, okay? So it's supposed to cure different ailments, right? So anyway, I had a wart, W-A-R-T, on this finger here, right there on here, and it started growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I had a verruca on my right foot that was really starting to annoy me. So anyway, yeah, so getting back to the wart, which I hate even saying the word wart on my finger, okay, that got bigger and bigger. So I went to the local chemist and I got this prescription from the chemist, you know, a little kind of a bottle and a little squeezy part on it, and you know, put it onto the wart. Maybe it was some kind of acid type solution or something, right? Supposed to dissolve it, right? Anyway, it didn't. So it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I ended up going to my local doctor. My doctor got a magnifying glass and went, "Oh, that's a bit big for me to sort out here in the surgery. I'll make an appointment in the local hospital and we'll get a surgeon. I think the surgeon was going to freeze it off or something like that, right?" So anyway, that was the situation. So I happened to be in one of my sister's houses one weekend, and I was just talking about the wart situation and stuff, right? And my brother-in-law said to me, "Have you not tried the Miracle Well?" Well, there's a name of the well. It's called St. Ciaran's Well, okay? "Have you not tried the Miracle Well?" Blah, blah, blah. It was on the local radio station, and it's supposed to have a cure for warts and different other things. You immerse your, you know, hands into the water or your foot in the water or whatever it is, but you don't dry them and you'll have a cure for it, okay? So anyway, I came over here, it was midweek, and put my hand into the water, didn't dry it, took my shoe and sock off on my right foot, immersed my foot in the water, blah blah blah, didn't dry the whole thing, forgot all about it, came back home, and I called in again to my sister about 3 or 4 days later, and my brother-in-law once again said, "Well, did you go to to St. Ciaran's Well?" I says, "Yeah, I did, yeah. Any improvement, any, you know, thing on the well, on your hand?" I says, "No, it's not. Load of crap, blah blah blah." So anyway, that was it. And then I think it was the following weekend I called into my sister and brother-in-law again, and he asked me again about you know, the situation with my hand and my verruca, blah blah blah. And I just looked at my hand. Wart was completely gone. The verruca on my foot was completely gone, right? And the funny thing about it was that only for he asked me about it on the following weekend, I had completely forgotten all about it. Forgot that I had a sore foot from a verruca, forgot I had a wart, And yeah, so it all was completely erased, gone, right? I don't know what's in the water, right? But I'd love someone to analyse the water and see what's in it, whatever. And even if they couldn't find anything in the water to say, yeah, blah blah blah, would have had eradicated the wart and the verruca, right? Even if they couldn't find out, I still don't regard it as a miracle or anything like that. That's the story of my personal story of this well here, St. Ciaran's well, right? So I'll go in now and I'll stop talking and show you around it, okay? Right, so this is the well that I came to, right, and I put my hand into the water just down here, just come over here to these 2 steps here, look, see them there, and I went down like this, okay, and I immersed my hand in the water here, okay. I don't know how long, maybe a minute, maybe, I don't know. So immersed my hand in the water there, okay, and then I came up and I came over here. See the little well stream is running along here, right? And there's a little bench, there's a bench there, right? See the water. Now I don't know what type of rock this is, it could be granite, not too sure. I came over here, I sat down here, took my shoe off and my sock off and immersed my right foot into the water just here. See it just there, right in there. I done the same process, I don't know, maybe a minute or whatever. Not supposed to dry your hand or whatever, any part of your body that you immerse in the water. And that was it. Went home, and then a week and a half later, no more warts, the verruca was totally gone. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a miracle, you're mad. As I said, it's called St. Ciaran's well, right? What was it before Christianity came here? It was just a well, right? Christianity hijacked places like this, you know what I mean? The Catholic Church hijacked places like this. But look, if you're a believer, I'm not going to knock you, I'm just talking about me, I'm not a believer. So look, this is a prayer to St. Ciaran, right? So you say this prayer to St. Ciaran. Just think about that for a minute. He's deceased, he's gone, doesn't exist anymore. But in the believer's mindset, he's in heaven. And you pray to him to intercede, to help you with your worries, and you know, say something wrong with your mind or your body, right? I just think that's crazy stuff. But anyway, this is St. Ciaran's well, the miracle well, okay? So I just thought I'd bring this down to show you that. But as I said, that local man there, a man like, came down in a little small blue tractor, and he was sitting down there, as calm as anything, his rosary beads, saying his few prayers, stayed here for about a half an hour, hopped onto his tractor as after driving back home into the country out here somewhere, right? And as I said, who's to say that his mind is more calmer than mine, right? But yeah, so this is it. This is the holy well, my friends. The holy well, the miracle well. So the water that's coming out of that well, underground well there, it seems to be then flowing into this stream or river here. I don't know the name of it, but So yeah, so that's where the water ends up. It just comes out of the ground underneath those rocks. I don't know if they're granite rocks or limestone or whatever they are, and then it meanders its way to this stream here. So that's it, St. Ciaran's Well. Now I'm going to show you, there's a plaque on the wall over here, and it's the plaque is to commemorate okay, it's saying here, look, 1916, 2016, so 100 years, right? This plaque is to commemorate the dedication, generosity and bravery of the Carnaross County Meath, who hosted Countess Markovich at this site as she addressed a crowd of 10,000 people on Ciaran Sunday 1917. Countess Markovich was she was a woman, of course, and she was involved in the 1916 rising in Dublin. But I read about her, and it's dubious about the Countess where she got the title from, right? But anyway, she was one of the big, what would you call it, personalities of the 1916 rising. So imagine there was 10,000 people gathered here in this little remote country spot in 1917. 10,000 people came to see her here, right? So that's my little trip, people, to the Miracle Well, right? So take what you want out of that. I don't see any miracle at all. As I said, like, I came from, like a lot of people in Ireland, a religious family, Catholic religious family, brought up in it, of course, against your will, and then eventually you become your own individual and you start thinking for yourself, reading, which is a great thing. Just keep reading and expand the mind, and don't just focus on one particular thing. Yeah, so now in my life now, I don't believe in anything at all. I find it a liberation. Some people might see that as very, very sad. I don't. I see it as a liberation. And as I said, I'm not knocking the people that I've just seen here. The man in the straw hat and the rosary beads who came in this little tractor. The woman is after walking around the well there about 6 or 7 times and blessing herself and kneeling down 3 or 4 different places as she walked around in a circle, right? I'm not knocking her at all, but the rationale behind it, totally irrational. Totally and totally irrational, you know. So anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed that little trip to the St. Ciaran's Well, which I call it the Miracle Well, okay? And I'll catch us all again in the next video. I don't know where it's going to be or what it will be about. So hope you all have a good day. Take care, and I'll catch us all again in the next video. Bye.